when I started doing this YouTube channel. Not this specific one, because I've only had this one since late 2020, like December 2020. So nearly 2021, I think. Doing something weird, y'all. Doing something weird. I just don't feel like hearing that ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding, 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 ding tonight. I don't want to hear it. But, yeah, I've been doing YouTube since like 2016 or 2017. And, I just wanted to talk about mental illness. I just wanted to like kind of showcase what it's like to just live life and be crazy and not deal with it in a conventional Western way. I don't know. It tends to scare people, but I don't really know why, because it's not like I'm hurting anybody. I'm not even hurting myself. I used to do that all the time, and I don't do that anymore. And it's a testament to God's faith in me, because initially, when I started the YouTube, I was going through a little secular period, so I'm sure God had the first laugh on that one. So he was like, okay, let's see how long this lasts. She's gonna get on the internet, she's gonna proclaim that God's not real and all this shit. She doesn't really believe it, but she's gonna think that she believes it because she just started doing comedy, so she's in her little narcissist phase, and we'll wait for her to change her mind about a bunch of shit, and then she'll come crawling back, and that's exactly what happened. You know, I don't really like want to watch my old videos though. Like I just can't do it, dude. Like I can understand like why artists don't want to be reminded of like stuff that they made a long time ago, and they just want to move on. They don't want to talk about the band that they were in a while back. You know, like, because they're focusing on their life now, but everybody's got to be obsessed with like what they did like 10, 20 years ago. It's so depressing. Like sometimes I think about like, you know, the person that I used to be, and just like a few years ago, you know, just the kind of comedy that I did, and like I know that it was good. I know it was interesting. It was good for whatever it was at the time. And it was a representation of my mindset. Yeah, I mean, I'm still the same person. I'm still the same like punk ass. Still the same rebel from the underground, as Tupac would say. And I really enjoy my life though, like more than I ever thought that I could or would, because I put out stuff creatively. And I will say that that is really the only thing that helps, aside from reading the Psalms. I get a lot out of the Bible because it's a philosophical book.
And people that look at it like it's a historical document are looking at it wrong. And the reason why I believe this is because it's called the living word of God. So if that's the case, then that means that it's alive. They're telling you what they're doing right now, dude. And yes, there is a day that runs everything. And it's not just the Jews either, okay? Cheers. Cheers to not just the Jews. I was telling this dude I go to church with today, I told him about my channel, I wonder if he'll watch it. He might just be horrified. But I told him, like, yeah, I always say cheers. Like when I talk about bad shit. Because I'm trying to, like, bless it, you know? I'm trying to, like, put a positive spin on it. At least the humorous one. You know, if you laugh about stuff, that's the greatest way to say fuck you to the devil, because it's easy to despair, it's easy to get discouraged, it's easy to be disappointed by everything around you, especially now. I get that. And I still am. Don't get me wrong, I still am. And today, I was actually nervous to go to church. And the reason I was nervous to go to church is because, like I mentioned in the past couple videos, is like, yeah, I'm being attacked, dude. Real bad. Real bad! I've been attacked. So this thorn in my side, or my spleen, or my ass, or wherever the fuck it is, dude. This thorn loves to make itself known when I'm at church. More so than anywhere else. And I do believe it's because I'm extra close to God. Because there's stuff that I know that a lot of other people don't. Like, I was listening to some women that I go to church with who were talking about how addicted they are to, like, TikTok and scrolling and all that shit. And, like, I do not have this addiction. And not just because I don't have a smartphone, but, like, when I get on my laptop to put this stuff up, like, I go on Instagram to talk to Ronald, my Jewish friend from Israel. She's in Israel right now, so this is the only way I can communicate with her. So I'll go on Instagram, and sometimes I'll look and see what other comics are doing. But I cannot do this scrolling shit. Like, it just makes me want to do something drastic, okay? So, like, I don't have that ability to just, like, check out. That doesn't mean I can't waste time. But I don't know, like, I realize that I'm doing it. And I don't like it. I mean, some days are better than others, right? But, like, I would say that for the most part, like, I don't scroll because, like, that whole mechanism, it's very demonic. It's very demonic because it's supposed to resemble a slot machine, and that, like, if you think about it, if you think about, like, just a person standing in front of a slot machine, there's something really sick about it. And yeah, they want you to be sick. They want you to be spiritually ill all the time. They want you to be a drug addict, and that pisses me off. That pisses me off that that's what the elite are doing. And I mean, you could say it's the people trying to control us. You could say, oh, they just want to make money off of us. And yeah, that's true too. A lot of these things are true. But either way, it's fucked up, you know? It's fucked up that everybody becoming a drug addict is the whole point, okay? Because they're easier to control when they're fucking docile like that, and they can't control themselves. So, yeah. If that's happening to Orthodox women, like, regular ass women have no fucking hope at all, okay? So, yeah, I have a very obsessive mind, so I can just tell myself some bullshit and obsess about it for an extended period of time. It makes me sick. I mean, that's why I was in a manic episode and couldn't sleep for like 3 days. So, just stupid shit in my head that I can't talk about with anybody because nobody's gonna fucking understand it, and I don't want them to anyway, you know? But at least it's not what they want me to do. You know, the reason why mental illness is because they can't control it. They can't control that I'm in my own prison. You know, they want me to be in their fucking prison, obsessed with their stuff. I got too much of my stuff to obsess about, you know? That's a threat to them. It is, for some reason. I see you. I see you, dude. I fucking see you. He's like literally sitting in the damn median, dude. You gotta be sneaky, man. Ooh, there's another one. There's another one in another median. Median too? That'd be kind of cool. There were 3 of them. Oh shit, there's another one over there. Y'all suck at your jobs, dude. Y'all suck at your jobs. You know, I'm really good at spotting cops because I used to, you know, drive around with pot all the time. So, like, I am so good at spotting cops. Hang out with a bunch of black people, and they are way better at it than I am. And there's a cop over there too at the gas station. So that's 4. That's 4 in like a very, very short radius. I don't know the measurements. I don't know how to correctly measure anything. I'm sorry. I hope you're not upset. But anyway. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, I get to flash these people. Yay! I think I talked about that. How happy I get when I can tell people that there's cops. I feel like I'm being like such a good Samaritan, you know? I know it doesn't matter because I just told you. So there went all the points. Yeah. God told us not to talk about it. That's some humble bragging for you right there. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so I am really lucky to have my own stuff to obsessively think about rather than political bullshit or political bullshit.
You know, it's just crazy, like, when I hear people talk about stuff that's going on or stuff that, like, we're being told is happening. It's like, I'm grateful that I'm conspiracy-minded or whatever. I'm grateful that I don't trust any of that stuff. I'm not arrogant about it because, like, they're just wired differently, you know? I am wired to not trust authority. I am wired to question doctors and TV people and what I'm told by the education system and what I'm told by various people that they might claim that they have good intentions, but it's kind of obvious that they don't. It's sad though that, you know, so many people listen to them. Like, so many of my favorite musicians and artists and comedians too, like they're all taking fucking pills, and I guess that's why, like, they can still come up with good stuff. It's because they're still depressed and anxious and all that. Like, these symptoms are not really being treated at all. Like, they're not going away. So, maybe the pills do help them, and I'm wrong. Maybe they help them to be motivated or, like, put themselves out there more. I don't know. Maybe I should get on fucking Adderall. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's my problem. Just not on fucking Addy and, you know, Ritalin or whatever the fuck. Just need to get on meth, you know? That's my problem. It's a lack of meth. It's like, but yeah, like, yeah, but some of my favorite comedians though. I mean, fuck, like, all the comedians now are on medication. You kidding? It's so popular too. And they're really pushing that shit hard. They're really pushing it because they got all these celebrities that are, like, advertising medications. There's, like, this what do you call it? It's some, like, pharmacy thing that's being advertised by Tom Brady. He's a prominent football player and really attractive too, I will say that. Isn't he, like, in a Pizza Hut commercial too, man? Yeah, so, okay, he's advertising for medication and pizza. That's probably not real pizza either because of all that processed cheese, processed meat, and yeah. Anyway, not to mention the weed. Isn't that what they use to, like, make their pie dough or whatever the fuck? Anyway. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that was Tom Brady in the Pizza Hut commercial. Because it was, like, the same insanely attractive football player. But yeah. So you have celebrities that are advertising shitty products. I mean, there are so many celebrities I've noticed that are, like, in commercials for, like, cell phones and like, so many. It's ridiculous. Athletes, actors, and I don't think that it's because they just need the money. I think that it's because, like, they're being told to do that. I really do. Once you sign a contract, that's it. They can tell you what to do. And it's just embarrassing
like, looking at my country, it's like I've always been embarrassed to be an American because of the kind of stuff that Americans fall for. It's just so fucking embarrassing. And you think with all this freedom that we have here, like, we do have more freedom than other countries. And I know this because I've been told this by immigrants. And they say, yeah, you just really don't get it. Well, I think that a lot of that is a facade. But just being able to own a gun, that is kind of a big deal. And a lot of people don't like that. If you don't like that, you should leave America. And I'm not saying that because you have a stupid opinion. I'm saying that because that's like a huge thing about this country. I mean, like, since it's, you know, part of the Second Amendment, I would say that yeah, like, being able to have a gun is kind of like an American staple. And if you don't like that, you shouldn't live in a country where that's a huge part of its founding and, you know, what it means to be free. Like, if you don't agree with that, you shouldn't be living in a place that doesn't uphold your own, like, personal values. I'm just saying that as a way of looking out. I'm not saying that because I think you're just a retarded liberal or something. I'm sorry, libtard. Is that what y'all call them? Libtard. Libtard. This person is going so fucking slow, dude. It's crazy. I never thought somebody could drive slower than me. But yeah. What was the point of that? Yeah. Libtards. No, but you got to agree with that, right? Like, why would you live in a place where you're, like, surrounded by people that you don't trust? And I mean, well, I guess I don't want to talk for that. I don't trust anybody, though. I don't think I trust any place where I live. But like, if you hate the Second Amendment, if you think that, like, guns are really scary, and I mean, I don't like guns myself, but I understand that that's a huge part of, like, being an American. And if you think that's absurd, like, why are you in America, dude? Like, move to fucking Canada or move to Japan, or, like, move to a place where you can't defend yourself if somebody hurts you. You know, like, I get why people want a gun. I get why people want lots of guns. You look at all this crazy shit going on, I totally understand. I don't want to be in that fear frequency where I'm constantly, like, looking around me. I mean, I'm already like that mentally. I don't want to be like that on a physical level and then be obsessively thinking about, you know, somebody trying to hurt me or mug me or whatever the fuck. I just feel like if you keep thinking about stuff like that, you're basically, like, inviting the energy. You're basically asking for somebody to come do that to you because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so if I believe that God's going to take care of me, then God's going to take care of me, you know, because that's what faith is. And so it works in both ways, you know. So if you think bad things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen. If you think good things are going to happen, good things are going to happen. So, like, that energy will protect you. But the more that you focus on the negativity of this world, the more you're gonna need the stuff of this world, you know? Like guns. So, you know, I just don't like guns. I've had this bad feeling about it. Because there was a time when I was contemplating getting one, but the more I thought about it, I was just, I don't feel right about it. So, because it would just freak me out having it. And then I'd be like checking my windows, like opening the blinds and closing them repeatedly. I don't want to do that. You know? It doesn't sound fun. So, because I am like paranoid like that. And I think that it's socially irresponsible for a person like me to get a weapon like that. And not that I would do anything with it. I mean, I'm not a dangerous person. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt anybody else. I might make jokes about that sort of thing, but I don't mean them. Those are hyperbolic statements, okay? So you can take it seriously all you want, but you're fucking stupid if you do. Because I've talked about being a comedian, okay? I've talked about it. I believe I've shown you some of my comedy videos, so you don't have to find them funny. You can think I'm fucking stupid and this sucks. It's my favorite. You can think that it's terrible. I mean, comedy could be terrible. Comedy could be whatever the fuck the comedian wants it to be, you know? I've watched a lot of people that are really funny bomb. And it's crazy because the audience might hate it. The audience might not be on board with something that's really fucking funny. And if I've seen it happen to really, really good comedians that have a lot of talent, then yeah, it's definitely going to happen to, you know, comedians that aren't good or, it's really easy to bomb. Okay, really, really fucking easy, dude. That's why they say that the comedy is the hardest art form. Because, yeah, it is hard to make people laugh. But I've realized, you know, especially in my recent comedy set, that, like, that dark stuff really fucking works. And I think it's because, yeah, the world right now, like, everybody's perspective is really fucking dark. So, yeah, I guess I got my work cut out for me, right? You know, I'm exceedingly good at that dark stuff. So, yeah. But it's also, you know, my perspective too. It's not just like, I think that a lot of the time when people say something that's sort of edgy or whatever, it's like there's this like kind of expectation to it. I don't have that, you know, I'm just being real. So people might like it for that reason alone, because it's just genuine. There's nothing fake about me. And the thing is with comedy, and this is why they say women aren't funny, okay? It's because women are fake. And so women try too hard up there. And here's the thing though, if they're funny, they're funnier than men, period. I don't care what anybody says about that. Jordan Jensen is the funniest person I've ever fucking seen, okay? And she's on Prozac, so there you go. Like, that's somebody I obviously don't agree with in their decisions, but it doesn't matter because she's fucking hilarious. If you haven't checked her out, I would. But she's like a man, you know? She was raised by 2 lesbians. So, 3 lesbians, maybe. I think that's what she said. Like, yeah, so... Anyway, dark shit.